Welcome to the Zoom tool video. If you haven't heard me say it already, one of the great things about MemorialDESIGNER is that there's often 2, 3, or 4 ways to do the same thing. You're going to really see that come through in this video. But don't worry, you don't have to memorize everything I show you. Just pick out the ways that work for you, memorize the shortcuts that work, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so we have our Zoom tool here in the toolbox on the left. It's the 5th tool down. You can also push Z on the keyboard. You see by default it has a plus. That means if you left click once, it will zoom in. If you right click once, it will zoom out. You can also kind of marquee select, drag a box around, so whatever you want, and then it will zoom to that specific area. If you double click on the tool, it'll zoom to everything. So I've just got this companion monument here, so everything fits here on the screen. Now the only constraint key that we have is the shift key. So if I push shift, it switches and reverses from zoom in to zoom out. So if you're not used to using the right mouse button, you can hold down shift to zoom out, and then just a regular left click to zoom in. It does reverse the right click as well. So if I hold down shift and right click, even though it shows it's zooming out, it's really going to zoom in. So it's basically just a toggle to reverse the direction of either of the mouse buttons. Another way to zoom in and out, you will see once the tool is selected, I have the buttons here on the property bar. I have a zoom in, I can zoom out. You can see the keyboard shortcuts there as well. Here's a zoom to all objects. That's the same as double clicking the zoom tool. You can also use F4 on the keyboard, so if you like keyboard shortcuts, you're going to use F4 a lot. This next one is zoom to all pages, which we don't use that all page view for monuments, so I'm not going to go over that. But the one that is here that we do use is grayed out right now. Let me go ahead and select something, so I'm going to click on this panel here. And now if I come back to my zoom tool and zoom to select it or shift F2, it's going to zoom right to that panel. Now the rest of the buttons up here have to do with zooming into the page border, which we typically don't use in MemorialDESIGNER, so I'm not going to go over those right now. Now while I'm zooming here, I'm going to show you the other tool that's down here, which is the pan tool, which is H for the hand. So if I click on that, once I click and hold, I can just drag and move things left to right. Similar to using the scroll bars down here, which you can do horizontally or vertically as well. But it's just a simple click and drag. If I right click, I will zoom out. If I left click, nothing happens. If I double click, then it will zoom in. So use that as you wish if you want to pan around using this tool. Now if I double click on the pan tool, that's going to center me to the page border. Now I can't see it in the enhanced view, but I could go to wireframe and see it. But if your design is centered to the page, then double clicking that pan tool will recenter you to that page at your current zoom level. So let me go back, get my zoom tool, and zoom to fit here. The fastest way to navigate is going to be using your mouse wheel if you have one. So if you don't, I highly recommend you get a mouse that has one. And that's because you don't have to switch tools or cross your screen in order to navigate. All you have to do is scroll forward to zoom in, scroll backwards to zoom out. If you want to pan and you have a wheel button, you can hold that button down and it automatically changes to your pan tool. And I'm just holding down, and I can just click and slide and move around in my desktop. Now there are constraint keys for the mouse wheel. If I hold down shift and scroll, you'll see it slides left to right. If I hold down alt, it slides top to bottom or up and down. And control doesn't really do anything. But if I hold control and shift together, this is what's called an alternate zoom. And so I have it set by default to accelerate or to zoom in faster. So you can see this is kind of one scroll here versus the regular scroll. So it zooms in faster. You can set that threshold and either set it to go slower or faster, whichever way you want to go. So let me zoom back out here to fit. To adjust your zoom rate or your alternate zoom rate, you're going to come to Tools, Options, Corel Draw. On the left, you're going to click on Display. And down here at the bottom, you can see your normal zoom rate, which by default is 15%. If you want to go faster, just increase that. If you want to go slower, decrease it. The alternate zoom or Control Shift, if you want this to go faster, it needs to be higher than my zoom rate. Or if you want to be slower, then it would have to be under that. So I'd have to be under 15 in my case. But here's where you make those changes, then just click OK. Another way to zoom without actually clicking on the zoom tool, which will save you some time and some clicks, is to use what's called a one-shot zoom. So let's say I'm working on the back side here. Let me grab my freehand tool. Let's say I zoomed out because I want to see how this was looking, but I think I need to add another peak right here on the right. So I can start drawing on the right here, add this little peak. And if I want to zoom in here, I can push F2, which enables the one-shot zoom. And then I can click and drag my box to zoom in. And notice that I immediately go back to the freehand tool. So the tool that you had before will automatically be switched, and that will save you some time from having to go back and click on that tool after you use that one-shot zoom. All right, let me go back here to the front side. Now down here in the bottom right-hand corner where your two scroll bars meet is a button called the Navigator button. It looks like the zoom tool. If you click and hold on that, it's going to show you everything that's on your desktop. Now in this case, all I have is this companion monument, so it doesn't make much sense to use it here. But if I were to come and say I was working on a veterans memorial, has a lot of things to it, I can zoom into the center die. If I wanted to easily jump to some other part, I could click and hold here, and you can see I can just automatically slide over and it would take me to any part of my desktop. Alright, one final option here with the zoom tool. You'll see when I select it, there is a drop down here that has a percentage of zoom levels, and there are some different options here, to set to fit width or height or different percentages. But the key here is you can set it to 100%. Now what does that mean? What does 100% mean? Well, ideally 100% would mean it is life size on your screen. So if you wanted to avoid having to print it out or to plot it to see life size, you can calibrate your screen so that 100% becomes actual size. In order to do that, you're going to come to Tools, Options, and then Tools again. And on the left, you're going to come to Zoom, and then you're going to click this Calibrate Zoom button. And what that's going to do is launch a calibration screen. So in the top left-hand side, you're going to see this. There's going to be pixels per inch, 2 boxes, and then you're going to have this vertical and horizontal ruler on your screen. And so what you need to do is get an actual ruler. Plastic works best. You could use metal or a tape measure, but don't scratch your screen. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay that ruler on top of your screen, and you're going to try to get the on-screen ruler to match the actual ruler. And so the numbers themselves don't have to match, but what we're looking for is 1 inch to 1 inch matches and 5 inches to 5 inches matches. So what you're going to do is you're going to add pixels or delete pixels as necessary to get those to match. So do one at a time, pick horizontal first, and then you can work on vertical. So get that set, and then what's going to happen, let me come over to this other tab here. Let me zoom out. Let me come in and zoom to these emblems over here. So go to your zoom tool, and then in the drop down you're going to set it to 100%. Then on the screen, this is actually going to be life size. So this emblem, I could look at it, I could say, is this text thick enough? Is it going to blast? Are these stars going to be able to stay? Oh yeah, I think they will, so I think we're good. I don't have to print it out or plot it out. Now keep in mind this only calibrates this view, which is the desktop view. It does not calibrate what we call the full screen view. Now to see the full screen view, you have a couple options. There's a toggle here at the top of the screen, this little button. You can also push F9 on the keyboard to get to it. And that's going to remove all the tools, all the desktop, and it's just going to show your design itself. Now, keep in mind this works on your primary display, so if you have multiple monitors, you'd have to set whichever one you want to use full screen as your primary display. But you can click or push escape to get back to the regular view. Now, if you want to calibrate full size on your screen, say you have a TV or a projector, there's not a built-in way to do that, but I will show you a trick of how to do that. So make sure you get calibrated first. So 100% is 100%. I just adjusted mine, so I'm a little bit bigger. You can start a new document, or you can just come to a new page if you're already in something. We just need something temporary here. I'm going to draw a square, and let's make sure it is square. So I'm going to make it 5 inches by 5 inches. I'm going to fill mine with some color just so it's easier to see. Now, I'm going to double check. So 5-inch square, my zoom level is 100%. So put your ruler on the screen. Again, double check, make sure everything's there. Okay, I'm at 5 inches by 5 inches, perfect. And now from here, you push F9 or use the button, and let's go to the full screen preview. All right, now grab your ruler, and you're going to measure the size of this square in the full size preview. So here I'm about 5 3/4 of an inch, and that's good. I'm going to remember that number. All right, so I'm going to come back out here, and I'm going to open my calculator app, and I'm going to take 5 inches, which was the size of my square, and divide it by the measurement of the full screen. So in my case, it was 5 3/4. And what this is going to give me is give me a percentage of what I should set my zoom at in order to see life size in my full screen preview. So it only takes a whole number. So in my case, 86.9, I'm going to round up to 87%. So now if I come over here and I grab my zoom tool and I set my zoom level to 87%, I'm just going to push enter. Now you'll see I'm a little bit smaller, and that's okay. But once I go to full screen preview, you'll see that now I'm going to be right at 5 inches or pretty close. So then jot down that percentage, put it on a sticky note, stick it on your monitor. That's going to be your full screen preview zoom percentage. So on your desktop, you'll just be 100%. On full screen, you would set it to whatever that percentage is, and then you'd be able to see either way life size. Now, one caveat to this is that I did this all while I was working with Memorial Designer maximized or taking up my entire monitor. If you're splitting it or doing half screen or something like that, that percentage is going to be different than if you were maximized or going full screen. So keep that in mind. It will work both ways. However, you will get different settings. So if you work a lot on split screen, maybe you have two percentages on your sticky note, one if you're half screen and one if you're maximized to full screen on your monitor. But it's an easy way you can show life size to your families, on a TV or projector, show them how big a 4-foot die actually is. Or if you just want to look at it yourself and determine, is this going to sandblast? Is this going to work? You can do it either way. So that's our zoom tool. I hope you found some tips and tricks that will let you navigate easier in Memorial Designer.